God is love. And if God is love, why would the same God that loves you unconditionally not offer you forgiveness and not forgive you just because you did not forgive somebody else? That's not love. That's manipulation, and that is control. The God that the Christian religion is trying to portray on us is not the God itself. It's the false God. The false God that they want people to be enslaved under. If you feel that you must absolutely forgive every single person that has hurt you and caused you harm, or else God would not forgive you, you are under enslavement. And that's the very reason as to why people think, well, why would God do this? And why would God force me to forgive? And that's when people start questioning God, because they wonder, why would it happen? Because people are so quick to go ahead and just believe a sacred text, believe what they've been told in these churches without ever questioning what could be the actual ordeal of the whole thing about forgiveness. See, when you remove forgiveness from religion, it's a whole different ballpark. Because everybody has been taught the same thing about religion, especially when it comes to Christianity or Catholicism, and because Catholicism is a form of Christianity. And everybody wants to just sit there and stick with that whole narrative that you must forgive, and anything outside of that theory is questioning everything that you've ever been taught. And sometimes it could be the very people that preach you must forgive, all because you're preaching the very thing that you were taught. But you preach it so much and you speak with so much conviction without even realizing that what you're preaching could be false. You're just preaching what someone has taught you to preach, not something that came directly from source. Because listen, if God did say that you must forgive others or else I will not forgive you, then that means that the pretense of no matter what a person has ever done to you, no matter how horrific they have treated you, no matter the severity of the pain that you have had from another person, you must forgive them or else God won't forgive you. How is that fair? How is that fair? And when you have truly gone through horrific things in your life, you'll understand that there are some things that are just unforgivable. And when people say, oh, forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. Okay, so tell me exactly how me forgiving the other person is helping me and how me forgiving the other person is helping them. You'll say it's helping me, it's helping myself because it helps me to release the energy. Because it's helping me to release the energy and let go of the harboring hate that I have for the person that has harmed me. But how does exactly it help the other person? It helps the other person by absolving them from what they have done, by giving them grace, by giving them compassion, by understanding why they did it, by basically saying, what you did, it's okay, I forgive you. And basically for you to no longer hold a grudge against the person. You see, the way that they made it seem is that this message really don't want to get out because this last part of it got cut off, but this definitely needs to be said. The thing is, they want to make it seem as if you must forgive every single person that has hurt you. You must forgive all of this, but forgiveness was created to enslave us, to manipulate us, to control us, and to deceive us. That's the only reason that forgiveness was created, because forgiveness was pushed in this agenda through Christianity, because Christianity was a religion created by the white men in order to enslave the black people. The black people were cursed spiritually because black people were first spiritual. We were African spirituality, ancient Egyptian spirituality. Black people were Muslim, but before then, black people were not Christians. Black people were spiritual. And the only way for the slave masters, when they enslaved the black people, to control us, is they had to control us through our faith, through what we believe in, by them controlling us through our faith, by telling them that the God that you serve, you must forgive everyone that has hurt you or else God is not going to forgive you. How is that fair? When you're thinking about it, it's basically saying, when you're telling slaves, you must forgive your slave master for all of the torture that he has put you through, all the severity and trauma that you have gone on. And if you don't forgive your slave master, then God's not going to forgive you and you're not going to go to heaven. And the thing is, heaven is not even a geographical place. It's a state of consciousness. And people think they're going to die when they go to heaven, but when they don't awaken their true self and evolve as a soul, when they perish, when they die, they will come right back here and be reincarnated into a different body, to a different lifetime, and it just complete the cycle all over again, just continuing the same cycle of getting trapped. And that's exactly why Christianity was created, because it was to trap us here. It was to enslave us here. It was to keep us from awakening to our true self, to awakening to the truth, and from tapping into our power. It makes you very uncomfortable to think that you don't have to forgive people, because you think that it's making you less of a woman or man of God, when really it is not. It does not. Because you all are so quick to believe that. But the thing is, why is everything else in this world, we have free will, except for when it comes to forgiveness? Why is there no free will when it comes to forgiveness? And why would a God that loves you unconditionally not give you unconditional love by not forgiving you just because you did not forgive another person? And what if what that other person did to you was so horrific and completely went against all of the things that God detests? Yeah. So listen, we do not have to forgive if we choose not to. It's not going to be that God's not going to forgive you if you do not give that person. Eliminate that belief from your mind. It's false. It was something that they told you that wasn't true. Also, stop following religion, because religion was created to enslave us, to trap us, and to manipulate us, and to take away our power, especially Christianity. Stop following it. If you truly want freedom, go spiritual. If you truly want freedom in your faith, go spiritual. Because spirituality is where you are questioning everything that you have ever been taught and finding a new way of life, of living in your truth and authenticity, and stepping into your power. That's all I have to say about that.